Hey guys, how's it going? So I was looking at more codes in the 1611 KJV Bible. Of course, that corresponds with the Shakespeare codes of his first folio of 1623 that we discovered using Peter Amundsen's, you know, methods that the Rosicrucian Freemason slash Illuminati elite know about. And so I looked for the only time the word rose is used in the Bible. Not like rose up and stood up, but like the flower, the rose. And that's going to be the Songs of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1. I am the rose of Sharon and the lily of the valleys. And what's interesting here is, once again, the 3 could be an O because it's a sideways omega. So T-O-O. Or it could be a W. So the T-O-W right here. Um, that's nothing, okay. But on the right side, you could see H-E-N-R, and then there's a apostrophe or a slash right there, and then a Y for Henry. So Henry Neville supposedly is going to be the one of the authors, as well as Francis Bacon, of course. And you can see right here, it also spells Henry. So Henry, then Henry, and then all the way down. So that's 3 times Henry is used in that space. And now at the very last verse of chapter 2 of Song of Solomon, the 17th verse, it says, "Turn, my beloved, and be thou like a roe or a young hart." And those are animals. One's most likely a gazelle, and that's a horse, I believe. But anyway, it's just interesting that it's called the rosy heart, and this actually is repeated twice in the verse. It says, sorry, on verse 9, below, my beloved is like a roe or a young hart. So it's weird that roe and hart is used in the same exact chapter where the only time the word rose is found, chapter 2, Song of Solomon. That might be a stretch, but here we go. Here's another one. You take rose and then a 45-degree angle, you go down, and it goes to the watchman. So it's interesting. The Rosicrucians see themselves kind of as watchmen, as kind of keepers of the holy secrets and all that kind of elitist stuff. So I thought that was interesting that those two words meet at the 45-degree angle. And now if we look, here's rose again. If we go up 45 degrees, this is really fascinating, y'all. If you've seen the whole documentary, the Shakespeare codes are about actually a treasure map where all these hidden manuscripts have been preserved for hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. So the whole thing is about a secret. Okay, so look what rose ties into at 45-degree angles. In the secret places and that art. So it's very interesting. He's saying the art is in the secret place in Oak Island where they discovered it might be. And even says right here, "Oh my dove," okay, which is similar to the sweet swan of Avon, Ben Jonson's poem about Shakespeare. And not only that, you could see it goes through the number 17, as we see RC, Rosicrucian Manifesto of Fame and Fortune and all that stuff, or the Confession and the Fame. R is the 17th letter and C is the third letter. So 17 and 3 is a very prominent number that we'll see in this code. And here it is again. If we take a 45-degree angle to the left, there's rose, and then it goes through the 17 again, which is kind of interesting. And then earlier in chapter 1, it talks about the doves as well, because it's on the same page. And there's the roe and the heart again. And now I went to page 137, which is somewhat similar to 17 and 3, but not exactly. But we all know 137 is very important. And actually, the degrees of angle of the Freemason ruler and compass add up to 137. It's 90-degree angle and then a 47-degree compass, which is 137. So on the top left of that page, it says Wayne, W-I-A-N, or you can keep going, I-A-I-N right here. And it's even on the 7th year because the 7 steps to mercy is part of this code. So 137 hides Wayne right here, like Boetes and Wayne, as we saw in the earlier videos. And then also further down, verse 28, it says it again twice. Wihan. Okay, and the H could be an E sound because it goes back to Greek. Okay, and the H doesn't make a H sound; it makes an E sound in Greek. So once again, Wayne, and then here the first two letters of the next lines, Wian, Wayne. So Wayne is shown three times on page 137. I thought that was interesting. But the main takeaway of this, I think, is that the only word, the only time the word rose is mentioned in the Bible is Song of Solomon, chapter 2, and it just happens to hide these little angles and Rosicrucian codes. It points up to that art is in the secret place of the dove, which is somewhat symbolic of Shakespeare's hidden works, or not hidden, just buried deep treasure. You go to the left, it's also goes through the 17. And then lastly, the rose 45-degree angle down goes to the watchman because these Illuminati Rosicrucian people are the watchmen of this ancient knowledge. And Henry for Henry Neville. But yeah, y'all should take a look yourself because it's not surprising that these codes are hidden because they're basically, these books are written 12 years apart. This was 1611 KJV and the Shakespeare First Folio 1623, and it's basically the same language as well, the style language. Anyway, they'll take it easy. Just just breaking codes like Indiana Jones. I'm just not going out in the jungle and getting dirty. Bye.